All right. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Brandon Mercer. I'm here at Evosus HQ. Today we're going to be talking Lou 101. So we're going to do a high-level overview of the web app and the POS. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining. Just a couple of housekeeping items. There's a Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Please drop your questions in there. Have a couple of panelists on that will be happy to answer questions. We may answer some of those live. I'll stop a couple times just to check for questions before proceeding on. So please, would like this to be interactive. Today we're going to go over the platform, and really this is a business platform, business management platform that is used to streamline your processes, save you time. Time is money, right? And Lou is built for ease of use and speed of use. We're going to hop into this here. The first thing that I think I'm going to cover is the POS system here that you see in front of me. Before I jump into the system, I just want to say, point out we have the PAX E700 here. This is our smaller unit. This is the one that you would use for your parking lot sales, your road shows, things of that nature. This bundle retails at about $14.99. That comes with your cash box and your keyboard, everything, your scanner, all that. And then the big guy here, you've got your full line item grocery store display on the back. This is the PAX E800. This is the guy you want to have in the shop, in the showroom, handling all of your cash and carry transactions. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into the POS here. So you should see the point of sale on your screen now. I am logged in with my PIN code that I got from the Lou web app. So everything is tracking as being sold by me. Just good oversight, used for reporting and things of that nature. So let's dive in here. As you can see here, there's a default customer that's set up, Walk Up Johnny. So during onboarding, you can set up a default anonymous transaction. As well, I can look up customers through here if I have a known customer in front of me and we want to log this transaction to their account. So the first thing I want to do is take a look for a SKU. Say this guy, somebody's in front of me and they want to buy some 3-inch chlorine tablets. They don't necessarily have it for me to scan, or I can't find it. I can easily find it here in Lou. I just type in chlorine. The Google search pops up what it thinks I'm looking for, and it's right. 3-inch chlorine tabs. I'm going to hit add, and it made a little sound there saying that it was added to the transaction. Fantastic. Oh, we actually need a few of these, so I'm just going to change the quantity. Great. And now over here on the right-hand side, I'd like you to see we have what we call quick SKUs. So these are also set up in onboarding, can be changed as your business grows or changes. So it's not set in stone, but these are the things that you use often, right? The things that are your best sellers, you want to have access to them, readily available. So I could just pop, I want this charcoal, pop that over. Very easy. Want this cookbook, click it, pops over, nice and quick. So next would be the kind of classic way of entering items into the point of sale, and that would be through scanning with the scanner here. So I'm going to grab this GLB pH up, and I'll just give that a scan. And boom, if you can see on the screen there, popped it in, quick, easy, efficient, accurate. So let's see here. Let's say that one of these things is on sale, didn't reflect automatically. Okay, so I can go in here and do a line item discount. Hey, I actually want to give this person $5 off of this. And then I hit save. And now it shows discount $5. It's now $29 reflected in the subtotal. And we can go ahead and cash this out. I'm going to hit pay. And let's say this is a cash transaction for this example. And they are giving us $110. And then I go ahead and hit pay. The cash drawer pops. And the receipt prints out quickly. I give the customer back change, good to go, ready for the next transaction. So I did that in slow-mo. Obviously, these can be done quickly and efficiently. Okay. So let's log back in with my PIN, which is already populated here. Fantastic. All right. So let's pretend that we have a known customer in front of us, and let's see what that would look like. So I click customer, search customers, and we've got Brian in front of us here. And instead of walk up Johnny, it now shows Brian. And Brian says, I bought something a while back. I want to purchase that again. Lou has you covered. You can just hit browse customer sales history, and the sales history for the customer is going to pop up. These are all the things that Brian has purchased. Oh yeah, I needed that stove bright again. Okay, let's pop that in there. No big deal. Oh, you know what? There was actually something else that Brian says he wants that he purchased before. Yeah, he wanted that big green egg. He's got a cookout out by the pool, and he wanted to get another one. Going to be a lot of folks showing up, so that pops in there. Great. And just because this is a higher dollar, want to check and make sure this is in stock. These go quickly. I can easily do that from Lou. So I'm clicking the wrong button. We are going to hit inventory, search inventory, and we wanted to take a look at the big green egg small. I'm going to click this I button here. And it's going to pop this up. Great. Okay, we have 7 on hand, 7 available. Good to go. Brian doesn't have to wait for this. We don't have to order anything. We're good to sell this. So as we get ready to do this, Brian says, "Oh, hey, I left my wallet in my car. No problem. Let's just hold this transaction and move through the line. We don't have to stop and hold things up. We can just keep on chugging through the line here and keep operations going." So what we are going to do here is we've got a new customer popping up here. They want to get an order going. Okay, let's get your information. This is John. And we'll skip that for now. We'll just get name, email. We'll put a phone number in. Message preference. So here we can do electronic message preferences, whether they would like to receive text, emails, or both, or none at all, just paper copies. We're going to do both. And we'll save this. Great. So we got John entered in as a customer, and he says he wants to see. He's here at the register, and he wants to see what it would cost for this specific bullfrog kit. So, just trying to take care of the customer. We're going to look that up here. Okay. I want this base kit. We'll add that. And, oh, you know what? Hold on, we are gonna try that. We're gonna add this actually. There we go. All right, so we've got our Bullfrog Spa Model A9L. So we popped that up on the POS and it said, yeah, it's about, it looks like, $18,000. He's like, let me get an estimate for that. It's something that I think I want to go through with. Okay, great. What we want to do here is move this off of the POS and onto the web app, because the web app is where we handle all of our larger, more custom transactions. This is, quick cash and carry. So we're going to hit this button, convert to order. Retail depart, we're going to do hot tub swim spas for delivery, and we're going to push this over as an estimate. Right, and we're going to sync. Perfect. And we are going to go back over here. We've taken care of that of Mr. John. We are now going to take care of Brian. He's come back in. He's got his wallet. He's ready to go. We hit pick up, and it's going to pop open the orders that we put on hold. And we're going to click this button to make this active again. Here is the order. Fantastic. So we're going to pop in here, options. Now, Brian's a great customer. We want to give him a discount. Now, I showed you a line item discount. This is a discount on the entire order, and it's going to be, let's say, a 10% discount. And it shows there, 10% discount. Let's apply that. And we also want to pop in a tax to make sure that we're charging Brian correctly. Oh, see, because we're in Washington here, it defaults to Washington sales tax. What we want to do, Brian's an Oregon resident, so let's click Oregon tax exempt. It's going to switch that over, apply, and we are good to go. So there's, a ton of configuration that can be done here to your specific business situation, tax situation, and it's very flexible, allowing you to do a lot of things very quickly and do more business for more customers and ultimately make more money, right? So let's hit pay. We're going to do this as a card transaction. We'll do it as exact. 458 is what's due. We'll do card. This will be credit. And bear with me. We are going to pop the camera around so you can see the line item display. All right, that is good. Perfect. Great. So you can see the line item display here. We've got all our items, the subtotal up here, insert tap card, all of that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and dip the card. Remove your card. Thank you. And it should be processing. Oh, you know what? I waited. It took me a little too long to get over there with the card. Let's do it one more time. There we go. Processing online. You can see that there. Oh, gotta put my signature. Accept. Transaction approved. Easy as that. The cash drawer doesn't pop on this one, but the receipt pops out, and I give that to the customer, and you're good to go. All right. So that is the POS. Are there any questions about the POS system or anything else yet? Okay, so my panelists are telling me no questions quite yet. All right, I'm just gonna, looks good, everything is clear, fantastic. We're gonna keep on moving along here. All right, so we're gonna move over to the web application. So this is where you manage your customers, you take care of your estimates, you know, manage your inventory, service related tasks, marketing, and you know, reports, and your accounting, like all of your AR on Blue records in the general ledger. So all of that is here in the web application. All right, so if you can see everything, you have all these really nice tiles here. Everything is organized from left to right in a logical order. So you have your customers, they're the most important thing to you. For those customers, you're creating estimates. You're promoting those estimates to either a sales order or a work order, depending on if there's labor there or not. And then you're invoicing once delivery or the work has been completed and taking payment. So that is, you know, the most important couple of tiles there. Now, next, you're moving over to inventory. You need to have inventory to sell things. You need purchase orders to refresh that inventory, and you need to receive those purchase orders when they come in. And then moving right along, you've got these service tasks. My day for the technician to view their schedule for the day. My tomorrow is the schedule for tomorrow, and then a couple of higher level views for your service managers or ownership. And then you have recurring orders for, you know, your weekly pool cleanings, or you know, your you know, recurring sales orders, like somebody wants to be buying filters every month, or, you know, cartridge filters, things of that nature, right? So that is that. And then a couple of the rest of this is kind of more admin setup, reporting functionality. So what we want to do, I want to pop into the customer that we just created on the POS. Oops. So if you hit the plus, it's going to create new. I actually want to dive into the existing customer list. So I'll just click the tab. John was the customer's name. And over here on actions, I want to view the customer profile. All right, so here's the customer profile. Looks like we need to update some information. So let's do that. So here we can either enter addresses manually, or if we type in here, Google will start suggesting. So we have Google Maps built in, which is a very, very nice feature, makes things easy for you. So I'll just pop in the address there. I can put a customer picture if I want, and I can also set parent and child relationship accounts here. If you have a large corporation that you're servicing, and there are a bunch of different, you know, individual locations or children accounts within that organization, you can set that up here, and then all the billing can go to the parent account. So it's a nice little commercial customer feature there if you're doing a lot of commercial work. Yes, so this is asking me, do I want to change this for all of my documents across this customer? Yes, I do. And now it's showing me the Google Map location for the customer. So again, Google Maps Google address, all that's built in. I can do a satellite view if I really want to check to make sure, is the service truck going to fit there? What am I looking at? Checking, um, if you can potentially see the pool in the backyard, or looking at the roof if you're a hearth business doing a hearth install possibly. So just a little bit of intel there for you. So excellent. So we created an estimate on the POS and we pushed that over to the Lou web app. So this would show up here in estimates, and there's a little 1 there showing that there's one document. We're going to click into that, and hey, there it is. There's the document we created on the POS and pushed over. So let's pop that open. All right. So we've got this model spa, and now I've got John sitting in front of me, and I realize, hey, you know what, we want to change this a little bit. So we're going to get rid of that line item, and we are going to search for the Bullfrog base kit. Pop that in over here. So this is a static kit. This month we will be talking about dynamic kits, which is very exciting. This is a static kit that I have pre-populated within Lou. All of these SKUs essentially go together, and the edits that I can make, if I know what I'm looking for, I can add things like wireless audio or lighting packages. I can make changes to the jetpack, the number of jetpacks. I can swap out finishes, but dynamic kits is going to allow you to go through a step-by-step questionnaire, making it very user-friendly, very easy, great sales tool on the floor. So that's an exciting thing we'll be doing this month. Just want to tease that a little bit. So we've got this base kit here, and we are looking good. I think we want to, he says we're going to do delivery. I'm going to pop into quick SKUs here, which is very similar to quick SKUs on the POS. This is essentially your, SKUs you sell all the time that you want to have on hand. You can customize these between the POS, between estimates, work orders, sales orders, however you see fit or what's going to work best for your company, Lou can accommodate. So I'm going to add install labor. There it is, install labor. Let's say it's going to take a couple hours. We've got taxes on here. And all right, let's separate. Say that the customer wants to see this split between hard goods and service. So we are going to add a subtotal. And this is nice. You can actually just drag, oops, my mouse works right. You can drag and drop this wherever you want. There we go. So I'm just going to drag this up to be right above the install labor. Now it's going to separate this out. So hard goods, 11,075 with install subtotal 11,233, and then taxes. There is our estimate. So I can print this. Click print. It's going to show this really nice PDF document with my business logo. I can print this out, hand this to the customer, and we're good to go. Showing taxes, this is where they live, where the delivery will be, City of Vancouver, Washington State. So it breaks the tax authorities down, and it's got all the information that you need here. So this is great. But let's say we want to send this electronically. We are going to do that. We're going to send this electronically. I can customize this message. Hey, John. And then thank you for your patrons. Here's the estimate. It's going to send a link. If I want to notify internal personnel of me doing this, I can absolutely do that here. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to send this out. Message sent. Now, big easy pool and hearth. So Now here's the message. I set this email address as John's email address. So this is what you would see if you're emailing, or texting would be similar. And you just click this link. It's going to take you to a digital copy of the estimate. There we go. There it is. Here's the SKUs, subtotal, all that good stuff. So it looks just like it looks in lieu. If I can set up terms and conditions that show up on any sort of estimate in onboarding. There are notes and details if I need to add anything that I want to be customer facing, but this is, you get the idea here. So we're going to pop back over to the document profile. We are going to take a deposit, but before I do that, I just want to double check if there are any questions.
There are no questions at this time.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, so we are going to take a deposit. John wants to move forward with this. All right. Oh, this one's open though. All right, we are going to do $500 deposit. It's going to be a check. The reference ID for the check is that. Great. And we're going to save. Easy as that. This is the payment screen. So this is now a payment that's been taken as a deposit. It's an unapplied balance at the moment, and it has not been applied. It's just sitting here as a deposit to secure the customer's spot and show that they are serious about moving forward. Let's close this out and promote this. So we've taken the deposit. If you look down here now, you will see the $500 deposit that was taken. We are going to now promote this to a work order. One. Little note there, client wants to move forward. We're going to create a work order. I have the option either way. Work order typically has labor on it. Sales order is just goods. Great, so now we're in a work order. If you notice, the document layout is all the same from document to document, just to make it all easy to read. You learn the document layout once, and you don't have to keep learning that over and over again as you move to different things. But you could tell it's a work order now. It says work order, and we have moved over. It shows what the previous document number was. So the estimate document number was 1973, and now as a work order, this is moved over to document 1975. So this tracks all the way across the different stages and lets you know where it came from for tracking purposes. So interesting, down here we have our routes, and this shows me the service routes that cover John's location. This is John's location, and these are the two routes. We have deliveries south and cleaning west Vancouver. It's not going to show me any route that does not cover his location. I have other routes in my business that are not shown here because I'm not concerned with them at the moment. All the information up here at the top is the same from our estimate. So I think the important thing to do here would be to schedule a task. So we're going to add a task. We're going to do deliveries. That makes sense to me. Deliver this, set it up, make sure it's working. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Well, so this is going to be a delivery, hot tub, 60 minutes. Let's see, we charged 60. Yeah, so 2 guys, 1 hour each. That's what we charged. 60 minutes total for the crew. We will do this, and we can schedule it for today, so we can take a look at it on the My Day. So this is kind of cool. This is a new feature, is timeframes. So if you don't want to necessarily commit to a specific time of the day, like, oh, we're going to be there at 9, and you'd rather operate with, we'll be there from 8 to noon, in the time frame type of model, or we'll be there from 1 to 5. whatever your business hours are, you can set that up in onboarding. But we have the opportunity, the ability here to do time frames. We're going to be there sometime between 8 and noon. Let's set this up for the afternoon. And here I can select my personnel. We'll assign this to Julie. Keep her busy. And here's vehicle tracking. So if I want to track specific vehicles or vans, I can do that here. This is the flatbed. And any sort of assets, so toolkits, whatever that's important for you guys to track and keep hold of and make sure that it's not getting double booked. You can do that here. We just have some toolkits and whatnot. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. And we will make this blue for hot tub. Actually, we'll do green. And something else interesting here, internal blackout date. I wanted to talk about that for a minute. So this is something that you can use to block out for internal meetings or things on the service calendar. If you want to block out time that shouldn't be booked for a specific worker for whatever the case may be, you can use that internal blackout date to do that. But that's not what we're doing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and create this. And here's our task today. This is our, I think this is all that we need to do here at the moment. One thing that is interesting is I have a couple of imaging tiles here. So this is images specific to this document and then images that are specific to this customer. So I have the ability to add before and after pics, photos of specific equipment, serial numbers, things of that nature. And, I'll show kind of a cool thing about that here in a second, but I just wanted to speak to that. So great, this is good to go. Let's pop out of here. Go to my day. Take a look at this task that we just created. And we created that for Julie. And here it is. So delivery, hot tub. It's going to be a 1-hour job. I have a couple of options here. I can click route me, which would work if I had location services turned on, which I guess do not. But that would pop up a Google map with a route to the customer location. If I click on my way, this sends an email to the customer saying that your technician's on the way, arrived. Same thing, just that I've arrived, and then departed, that I have departed. We can take a look at those over here. Yep, so technicians on their way. Any questions? And these messages can all be configured and customized in onboarding or at any time throughout your use of Lou. If I need to pop into the actual order or task, I can do that. Those are the work order we just created and the task, which is what we just scheduled. Checklists are pretty cool. We'll pop into this. I don't have one for a hot tub install, but let's look at this pool checklist. These can be configured for all kinds of different questions, whatever, or instructions or step-by-step instructions that you need to convey out to your technicians. But let's say this is for pool. Yeah, I read the water pH level was 7.4. It's good. Chlorine value was 2 ppm. Pool's alkalinity was good. It's a vinyl pool, liner condition. Can't type today, visual inspection. Looked good. temperature, and then you can go through this, the pump's, PSI and all of these things, right? And this automatically, let's go through this, will get saved in the task, and you have the ability to send some of this information. PSI good, close, and that gets automatically saved with the task. And then if we wanted to complete the task, we can hit outcome, complete, internal notes, installed, took photos, uploaded to work order, checked heaters and jetpacks, all functioning, no leaks. And these automatically will get saved. I could put that in as notes to the customer. Tested all systems. Everything looks good. Spa has been treated and will be ready for use within 2 hours. Send that to the customer. Any sort of next visit notes. We'll be back to check chemical levels 1 week. I'm going to share that with the customer in the door hanger. It's 1 hour of labor that's already there on the order. And this all should be saved. So I have the option to review the order if your technician is, if the technicians do that within your business. If not, they'll put in their notes, they'll be good to go. And then the service manager, when they get back, will check these orders, and they can invoice them and take a payment. So that's estimate on through a work order, creating a task, completing that task, and then now invoicing the order. Invoicing complete. And now I can take a payment. And pay in full the remainder of the amount. I can do a card transaction through the POS system, just like we did earlier. That is an option, but we'll do this as a check. So show invoices, refresh, and we will save and close. Want to continue? Yes. Oops. Water test counter was the one that was open. We're using that. Save and close. And now we have collected payment for that order after our invoice. So, a couple of things to speak to is that if you had card on file, you could potentially charge that to a card that was already in lieu and saved, which is all securely saved. And there's no way of getting into the information that you don't need. It's saved, secured. You can charge it there. And there's also the ability to send a customer statement to the customer electronically where they can pay online. So it gives them a link to be able to pay online if you prefer to do it that way. I get questions about that commonly, so I wanted to talk about it. And it's a couple of new things is we have the ability to mass invoice and mass pay our recurring orders. So if you have a lot of those going every day or weekly, we have the ability to complete those on a mass basis, mass invoice, mass pay, big time saver, and the ability to mass send customer statements is another thing that we will be having here shortly. So that's what I wanted to cover today so far. So I just want to stop and check if there are any questions from our panelists.
Can photos be uploaded by the tech in the field?
Okay, so that's a good question. Can photos be uploaded by the tech in the field? Yes, to a certain degree. So if the technician is using a tablet and they are on the Lou web app, they can absolutely take a picture with that tablet, upload it from that tablet onto the work order or the customer profile, wherever you want to put it, and you're good to go. We do have a mobile application that we are working on that will have that capability soon, but does not at the moment. So they would need to be on a tablet in the field, and they can absolutely do that. Any other questions, Lisa?
Not right now.
Okay, fantastic. So I am, with no other questions, I know that we're about out of time here. I want to pop out of this. So if you were to go to lou.evosus.com today, this is the screen you would see minus any sort of login credentials. I'm showing this to you because I wanted to pop into our quote tool. If you hit quote at the bottom right hand of the screen, anyone can do this. It'll take you into this screen. This is going to allow you to play around and see what your costs might be if you're interested in Lou. We have two plans, Pro or Enterprise. Pro is our very, very small kind of business plan. So this is one stock site, up to 10 users, one revenue department. So it's limited as far as tax situations go if you have a very complex tax situation. Or multiple stock sites, like you have a warehouse and you have a retail store, or you have a retail store and a couple of vans you want to track inventory in. Then Enterprise is what you would need. Most of our customers are using Enterprise. So this is essentially the unlimited plan. Your onboarding fee is the only thing that you have to pay up front when you sign up and reserve your go live slot. That's $4,999 for Enterprise. It's $1,999 for Pro. And you'll go through onboarding. It takes about a 6 to 8 week process. And during that time, you're getting your POS hardware ordered, all of that good stuff, but you're not paying any user licenses until you're trained, ready to go, and you go live, and you click that go live button. That's when your user fees start coming into play. So upfront, just that one-time startup fee. So let's go down here and take a look at the cost for a couple employee operation. So we've got the owner, service manager, tech, retail employee, and an accountant. Let's say this is a lean operation as far as employees go. The owner is probably going to want access to everything. The service manager, I would say, being any sort of manager, might want access to the entire system. Tech is going to need service, definitely, but not necessarily retail. The retail employee is going to need retail for sure, but not necessarily service. The accountant, cool thing, only needs foundation. They're not selling or doing anything with customers in the platform. They're just pulling data out and pushing it over to QuickBooks maybe, or another accounting software, looking at the GL inside, or maybe applying payments or things of that nature. So they just need a foundation license, which is free. So let's pop back up here. That would look like $356 per month once you hit the go live button and you get going. We also have the ability to do seasonal pricing, so you can eliminate customer licenses in your off season. User licenses in your off season if you have a leaner staff. Then we are flexible in that way. One of the very few companies that can and will do that. So down here is all of our integrations. These are all free. So Evosus card services that comes with Lou and that is your card service processing, your merchant accounts. That's integrated in as we do card on file. And, we are really competitive with this, and, we're able to meet or beat a lot of the other card service rates out there 99% of the time. So happy to do side by sides if you're interested. We've got Google Maps, as I talked about, Carecraft, UAG, the text and email messaging, and Pool 360. So those are all integrations where you can put your orders in right through Lou and check inventory. So, we've really crafted this to be specific to the pool and spa industry. And, we're back here in August, refocusing on pool and spa. We're selling into October right now. So the earliest we could get folks up and running is October, due to that 6 to 8 week onboarding time. So these are the fall spots, very highly sought after because that's the off season, and they're filling up. So if you're interested and want to talk to somebody, please shoot us an email, lou@evosus.com, or if you are working directly with either myself or Lisa, please reach out to us and we can work with you on selecting the perfect go live slot for you, and get you in there before those sell out, because there is a limited number of spots. Before I end, I just want to touch base. Do we have any last questions there, Lisa?
We don't. We're good to go.
Excellent. Okay, great. So thank you very much. This has been recorded. If you're interested in a copy, let me know. Any other questions, as I said, email us at lou@evosus.com. And, have a great day. See you on the next one. Thanks.